So, after an incredibly long time, we finally have a major Town of Salem update. And this update looks really cool for the most part. There's a bunch of new roles, there's some new game modes, and I wanted to quickly talk about, do a brief overview of the update. I want to talk about the new roles, the new faction, the Necronomicon, and I want to talk about the game modes, the price, and all that fun stuff. So anyways, I'm just going to get right into it. The update looks to induce 5 new Coven roles. This is the entirely new faction. The Coven looks to be the Witch faction. There's 6 roles inside the Coven so far, one of them being the traditional Witch that we know and love. I'll do a brief overview of all these roles, but first I want to talk about all the new roles. So we have 4 new Town roles, 2 new Mafia roles, 3 new Neutral roles that look really freaking cool, by the way, and a Mystery Neutral Killing role, which we know next to nothing about. On top of this, we have 3 new game modes that we've been waiting for a long time. A lot of these things, side note here, look like community suggestions. A lot of this looks like stuff that has been suggested, stuff that we've been asking for a long time. So I'm really excited to see this kind of stuff actually be added to the game. So the cost is going to be $10 for this. It's basically a DLC. It's not really an update. And it's going to be $5 for Steam users. It's going to release early June, which is incredibly soon from now. And it's also going to be available to play on the public test realm, I think today. Sometime today, I'll be uploading videos on that as well. But let's talk about the new roles, hey? These are so cool. Let's look at this. So the first new role we've got here for the Coven is the Hexmaster. Hexmaster is the art of spell slinging, whose attacks won't take effect until all members of the town are hexed, then a devastating blow will be dealt. I'm only going to do brief overviews. I encourage you guys to look at the full new role list and look at all the attributes, but I'll just give quick summaries. So the Hexmaster is able to hex someone every night, and as soon as all the town members or every non-Coven member is hexed, everyone will die. You can see visits from the Hexmaster, and I believe hexes can be stopped with bodyguard protections and transportation, but once the Necronomicon becomes available, and we don't know much about the Necronomicon, you can't see visits, and it can't be protected. So that's actually really cool. It's really cool, kind of like a Silent Arsonist style killing role. Necronomicon, what we know about it so far is that it gives a huge boost to every Coven roll, and I believe it gives every Coven roll killing a power. And if you look at this screenshot here that we found, it says in the little bottom, 3 nights until Coven gain Necronomicon. Now, we don't know if that's going to be something that just is a countdown from the start, or if it's an objective and then a countdown begins, but what it sounds like is the Necronomicon becomes available after a certain night every game. I don't know if it's going to be set or if it's going to be the same time every game, but we'll find out. Next, we have the Poisoner, and this one's actually kind of a cool little role here. So the Poisoner can poison a town member every night, and they will die the next night if they aren't healed. It's kind of cool because you can actually, the idea of being able to heal poison is a really new thing to Town of Salem. We haven't seen being able to just heal attacks like that the day after. It's cool because people can claim poisoned, and then they can try and get draw town healing rolls. They can try and draw town protection and lookouts and stuff like that. It leaves a lot of room for fake claiming and whatnot. With the Necronomicon, healing, you cannot heal whatsoever. It's inevitable. Once they're poisoned, they will die. Next up, we have the Potion Master, and the Potion Master looks to be, to me at least, the absolute strongest role. This looks absolutely insane. So the Potion Master has a ton of diversity. They have 3 potions, a healing, a killing, and a revealing. Revealing looks to be an investigative type potion. You can use 1 every night. They have a 3-night cooldown, and that's insane. The ability to heal, kill, or investigate. That's such a diverse skill set. And with the Necronomicon, I believe there's no cooldown, so you can just choose whatever you want every single night. And yeah, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. We'll have to see how that actually plays out in game, though. Next up, we have Medusa, which also looks like an incredibly strong Coven role. It's basically a veteran janitor mix. So when someone visits Medusa, she turns them to stone, and it has the exact same janitor effect. It cleans their will, and it cleans the role. You can't see it, except Medusa will not know the role of the person she cleaned, which still is very strong. And with the Necronomicon, she can actually visit people and choose who she turns to stone and whatnot. And I think that's actually a really, really useful ability. Super strong. That looks like one of the better abilities. Anyways, moving on. So we also have the Necromancer, which is a failed retributionist scorned by the town. Super cool role here. The Necromancer can choose someone from the graveyard and use their ability on someone in the living. You can only use once. I believe you only use it on one person. And with the Necronomicon, you can use this to do an attack. You can use anyone from the graveyard to attack someone. So basically, you could probably use an investigator to kill. So as I said before, Necronomicon gives every Coven role the ability to kill. And this Necromancer, I'm going to talk a little bit about this one, is such a cool role, because every game's going to be different. You're going to have to actually think really hard about how you use each dead role, and how each role is going to play into your strategy. There just leaves so much room to actually be played around with. This seems like a really fun role to play, and I think this one's my favorite. This one or the Potion Master has to be your favorite Coven role. And so last but not least, we have the Coven Leader, which is the witch we all know and love. Nothing different. It seems that it's just the basic witch, still a really cool role, just nothing new. Also with the Necronomicon, I believe the witch also gains the ability to kill, meaning that with Necronomicon, as I said, every single role will have the ability to kill, which is really cool. I don't know if they mean every alive Coven member has the ability to kill, because if 3 Coven members can kill, that's a little overpowered. But if only one of them can kill, that, I guess that, I don't know. It has to be all of them can kill. There's no other reason. Anyways, moving on. So next we have the town roles, the Crusader, Tracker, Trapper, and Psychic. Crusader is a town protective role that kind of scares me because it's like a traveling veteran. Basically, you choose someone to protect and you kill all of its visitors. That one, a little scary because I don't really like the veteran as it is right now. I don't think people are going to use it right, but I think in the right hands, the Crusader sounds like a really strong role, and that could be really good. We also have the Tracker, which is a role we have been asking for forever, and you basically follow someone and you can see who they visit at night. It's a reverse lookout, not too complicated. I'm happy to have this one. We've been asking for it forever. We have the Trapper, and this one's an interesting one. I actually really like the Trapper. So the Trapper is another town protective role that can build a trap every other night, so we can't act every night, but the traps persist overnight, and if someone who is evil sets off a trap, they will die and have their role revealed. But if someone is good that sets off the trap, they will not die, but they will also have their role revealed. I think that's really unique, really interesting, and it sounds really strong if you ask me. Even though it's every other night, imagine a trapper with a mayor and a confirmed jailer and a retributionist. By the 6th night, you have 3 people just covered. Anyways, though, we'll see how that one actually plays in the meta. Next is the Psychic, which I think is ridiculously overpowered right now. I'll give it some time, see how it plays out, but every non-new moon night, you're given 3 player names, and one of them is guaranteed to be evil, and every full moon night, meant to say non-full moon, so full moon night, you get 1 player that's guaranteed good, and this is ridiculously overpowered, because that's the strongest part about being town, is being able to confirm each other makes you a strong town. If you have 2 confirmed town members, you are strong. If you have 3, you're even stronger. It's the best way to win the game, is to have a connection of communication of people that are confirmed. We'll have to see how that plays out. Maybe it's not as strong as I think it is, but right now it sounds absolutely ridiculous. It's just easily confirming roles. Only downside is that it's quite easy to fake Psychic. I think that will be the counter to it. Regardless, though, we'll have to see how these play out. So the new Mafia roles, the Ambusher and the Hypnotist. I actually really like both of these. I think the Ambusher is really strong. Imagine a reverse lookout. They sit outside someone's house and they kill the person who's visiting. This is super good for dealing with town protection, super good for getting rid of bodyguards, getting rid of someone on a mayor, someone on a confirmed jailer. This is really good for dealing with town investigative roles. It gives Mafia a chance to kill twice in a night. I think it's really strong. I think it's a little overpowered even. We'll see how that one works out. It depends on if Ambusher is going to be able to kill every night alongside the Mafia, because 2 kills per night is extremely, extremely strong for Mafia. But we'll have to see how it plays out. We'll have to see how the rule set works. And next we have the Hypnotist. This one, a skilled hypnotist that can alter the perception of others. I believe this makes messages popped up, like you were attacked and healed or you were role blocked. I think this gives lots of ability. This gives the Mafia and Evils lots of room for fake claiming. This is super good. I think it's a role we've also been asking for a while, a role that has been suggested a ton of times, so it's glad to finally see something like that added. So moving on to the neutral roles, we have the Guardian Angel, basically a reverse executioner. You have to see your target live. It has 2 purges, I think they were called. Really cool. It allows the person to be immune from, I think it's immune from death and immune from voting. I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, so the Guardian Angel has the ability to heal their player twice and purge them, which makes them completely immune to voting and lynching the next day, which is really, really interesting. Glad to finally see a role like this. I think that's going to be super fun. I think Neutral's been lacking for a while. And so next up we have the Pirate, which is a fun-looking little role. This is one that definitely, I believe it's a neutral chaos, if I'm not mistaken. The Guardian was a neutral by 9. This is a role that looks definitely more of a for fun role. Definitely not really a ranked role, but it looks like a lot of fun to play. I would love to be the pirate. So to win as the pirate, you have to plunder 2 players, and it looks like you get a little rock, paper, scissors game to play with someone each night. So basically you win rock, paper, scissors twice, and you win the game. I don't know if a pirate goes to plunder you and you lose, I don't know if you die or if you just get to live or what the rule is with that. By the way, it looks really fun. I would like to play as the pirate. That seems like it's a unique win condition, something we're not used to, and it honestly just looks like a fun thing to play. And then we also have under Neutral Chaos the Plague Bearer or the / Pestilence, a god among us plague bearer spreading disease to regain his power. So the way this role works is it's going to spread disease by visiting players, and when players visit each other, they contract the disease. It doesn't tell you once you've gained the disease, and once everyone is corrupted or infected, the plague bearer becomes the pestilence. He kills everyone who visits him. He can visit and kill, and he basically becomes this like omnipotent werewolf that can only be killed by being lynched. I think that's going to be super fun to play as. It's going to be really upsetting when you die or get lynched beforehand, before you get to become the pestilence, but it seems like a really fun role to play as and to play against. It really fits under Neutral Chaos because like all of a sudden you've got some guy claiming survivor, and next thing he's a freaking god and you can't kill him. It just looks like a really cool role. I don't know how balanced it is, but it really does fit under Neutral Chaos. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then we have the mystery role. This role will be a neutral killing role. It'll only show up under neutral killing, random, neutral, or any. It'll be super rare, and yeah, I have no idea what to expect with that. I think that's really cool. The idea of having a mystery role that is really rare to roll, I think is really awesome. We'll see how that one plays out. And so next up we have the 3 new game modes, the VIP game mode, the Lovers game mode, and the Rivals game mode. So the first new game mode, the VIP game mode, this is nothing revolutionary, this is nothing super new, but it's new to Town of Salem, and that's all that really matters. It's a random person gets selected as the VIP, all the town members will know who the VIP is, and your goal is to defend and keep the VIP alive. You start off knowing 1 good town member, which is a huge asset to town, and I don't know if you lose your VIP member, town loses, or if the Coven has a VIP member. It doesn't quite clearly state that, but we'll see how it plays out. Sounds like a fun game mode. I am going to enjoy playing it. And next up, we have the Lovers game mode, which is a game mode we've been talking about forever. There's been roles suggested for this forever. It links 2 players as lovers, and no matter which role side you are, this could be Mafia and Town linked together. If that person dies, you die as well. So you have to keep them alive. Super interesting dynamic. I think that one will be fun. And Rivals game mode is just the opposite of that. You have a rival, it's reversed from Lovers, and you want your rival to die, and you want to live to the end and win. Pretty simple, but it's unique. It's something we're not used to. There really aren't many unique game modes in Town of Salem. Like there's cool role lists, but stuff like this we don't see very often. So I'm really excited to get to play around with these, to have some fun. The new roles all look great. They don't look balanced, if you ask me. They look some of them look a little ridiculous. But this seems like more of a for fun list. This doesn't really seem like a ranked style playlist. Like it doesn't seem like we'll be seeing much ranked. It seems more like this is a fun, have some play with some friends, and I'm totally okay with that. Next, I want to talk about the price. So it's going to be $10 and $5 for Steam users. I've seen a lot of people upset about this, and a lot of people are really angry. And to be honest, I don't think that's really fair. I think we have to give them a chance. I think this is a DLC. This is a free-to-play game that we've been playing for free forever. You might have paid $5 as basically a donation for the Steam version. But $10 is not a lot. It really isn't for the amount of content you're getting, for all the new roles and the new game modes. It's really not a lot to ship out for a free-to-play game that we've been playing for free. These developers have full-time other jobs. They don't work on this game full-time. I don't think it's a lot to ship out just to keep the game alive. I think it's definitely worth it. If you don't think it's worth it, let me know. Give me your thoughts on it. I know a lot of people are really upset. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And one more quick side note I'm going to throw in. I'm going to be, as soon as this is released in early June, I'll giving out 5 copies of the DLC. I don't know how that's going to work, but I will buy it for 5 people, 5 commenters, so I'll let you know when that's going on. So just some final thoughts here. It doesn't look too much like a ranked playlist. It looks like fun. The Potion Master looks overpowered to me. Necromancer looks really fun. Medusa looks really fun. Psychic looks incredibly overpowered. And the neutral roles look awesome. I'm really happy because I didn't think our neutral Banyan was I thought our neutral Banyan was kind of lacking. I thought our neutral Chaos was very lacking because we only had vampires. And I like it so far. I'm really excited to see, and you'll be seeing a lot of content from me playing on the public test realm. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Let me know what you think of the new update, guys, and I will see you next time.